Hey there, what's up YouTube? It's Justin here again with the Den of Nerds, and we are continuing our look at the samurai story in Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. We've managed to reach level 62, traveled to Girobani a bit, had some great times, had some terrible times, and we're finally here again to talk to Momozigo and see what we need to do to continue the path of a samurai. Now, if you remember in our last video for the level 60 quest, we finally encountered that samurai that we've been searching for all this time. And it was none other than our master, Musosai. And we were forced to fight him, and we had to defeat him, and unfortunately kill him in order to continue our training. So I don't really know where this quest is going to go without Musosai to guide us, but I guess we're going to go ahead and find out. But before we start getting into the meat of the quest, we are level 62, which is a level that I've been told is the second samurai starts getting really fun and really strong. Now, there's one big reason for this that I'm going to go ahead and show you in our actions. So we did get a new finishing move. Hisatsu Shinten delivers an attack with a potency of 300 for 25 of our secondary resource, Kenki. But, more importantly than anything, we got this trait, Kenki Mastery, which increases our Kenki gauge no matter what skill we're using. Before at level 52, there were only a couple skills that gave us this secondary resource and allowed us to use some of our buffing abilities, like Hisatsu Kaiten here. But now we always are gaining Kenki at all times. We're not going to have to rely on meditate in order to do that, and we should just be having so many more opportunities to use extra abilities and deal extra damage, and I'm really excited to see how that's going to play into this new samurai quest. So let's go ahead and talk to Momozigo and get started. Momozigo is wearing a sheepish look that suggests favor is coming your way. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, a woman had come calling on Musosai at the inn. Judging by her appearance, she is a compatriot and a samurai. At that time, I couldn't bring myself to break the news to her, but in hindsight, perhaps it's best that you came from you anyway, seeing as you were Musosai's pupil. The visitor is in front of the quicksand. You'll recognize her by her dignified air. Alright, that was probably a screenshot of her in the quest text, but let's go and see what this lady wants. Man, I'm hoping I get more samurai-like armor. As you can see, like, that guy's all set to go, but I haven't really gotten anything that's going to help me out too much. You appear to be a samurai, yet you are not of our land. May I ask who addresses me? Well, that you should be Master Musosai's pupil. Tell me, where would I might find him? Oh, now we gotta break the news to her. Is that the way of it? Words cannot well express my sorrow. I had the honor of being acquainted with your master in the past. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Makoto of the Sekisei Gumi. Ours is a peacekeeping force in Kugane, a port city in Hingashi. I journeyed across the seas hoping to meet with Master Musosai, but it seems I must settle for paying my respects. May I trouble you to show me to his resting place, the Silver Bazaar you call it? I am in your debt. Let us away, then. Alright, so it looks like that Kugane has its own basic setup like the Shinsengumi. Basically a peacekeeping force that, watch the cities in Japan, like Tokyo and all that. So we're gonna have to go ahead and run over here so we can get over to where Makoto is. It seems like she's going to end up being our new samurai trainer. She's probably going to teach us some more advanced techniques, maybe some secrets that only her peacekeeping force knows. We might end up going to Kugane again. I've actually reached Kugane in the story as of level 62. There's a nice level 61 dungeon that you get to do that was honestly really enjoyable, but I didn't get any gear from it, so I'm still a little salty about it. But, you know, hopefully we'll still be able to beat this quest easily, and everything will be all hunky-dory. Now, it doesn't look like that we're going to be learning abilities from these quests. Looks like they're just going to be ways for us to go ahead and get EXP, and essentially just a vehicle for us to become stronger. Now, I've been noticing that Samurai, while it seems very powerful and interesting, isn't really a class I've been seeing a lot of, despite the way that the classes have supposedly been divided here in the era of Stormblood. I was reading an article online, it was something like 15% of players are playing as Samurai, with another 15% playing Red Mage. So we've got 30% of the players in these new DPS jobs and everyone else just splitting up the rest of the jobs, with Machinist sitting at 3%, because unfortunately Machinist is not in a very good spot right now. But I've only really seen Red Mages. I haven't seen a lot of Samurai in dungeons. I wonder if that's just luck of the draw. Oh, looks like we got some wolves to fight. Let's see what we can do here. So as you can see, we are gaining our secondary resource with every single attack. And we've already got our Kaiten buff ability up to go. So let's see how much damage this deals now. 10,000, and that wasn't even a crit. It's half of my health. There's no mistaking your blade work. Indeed, Master Musosai trained you. Forgive me for standing idle as you fought, but I had to make certain that you spoke the truth. Master Musosai seldom took on pupils, you see, but any doubt I may have had is utterly dispelled. Now then, let's continue on. Alright, let's go see what we can do here. Onward. Yeah, there's a lot of people I know that are really, really excited about Red Mage, and I'm sure you saw in my previous video, I played it a bit and I wasn't very good at it, but I just don't really see the appeal coming from my standpoint. I'd much rather deal just this ton of damage, work up to using my special Iijitsu abilities in the Samurai, rather than do the Red Mage. And it's just a matter of personal preference, I guess. Makoto here. A beautiful ocean view. He will surely be at peace here. As you may know, Master Musosai had one other pupil before you. Ugetsu is his name, and he is wanted in Hingashi for the murder of countless dignitaries in the Bakufu, our nation's government. Though his weren't the hands that wielded the blade, Master Musosai created the killer, and in the eyes of the law he was deemed no less responsible. As a samurai, he was expected to commit seppuku in order to atone for the crime, but he refused. As a result, he was branded a craven in Hingashi. But naught could be further from the truth. Master Musosai fled not because he feared death, this I knew in my heart. And beholding your blade work, I know now that that is what he was sought to do. He wished to make amends by training a new pupil. Such was the shame he felt. Death was not sufficient atonement. Nay, the only way he might know peace was to begin anew, with a worthy successor who would bring him honor. Know that Ugetsu is no common killer. He is a notorious insurgent who seeks to tear down the status quo. No few samurai sympathize with this cause, and every day more rally to his banner. For a time he remained in hiding, but our operatives report that he is recently resurfaced in Kugane. By all indications, he is poised to strike a heavy blow against the Bakufu. 'Twas for no other purpose but to petition Master Musosai's aid that I journeyed here. Alas, it was not to be. As I came, so too must I return, alone. My thanks for showing me here. Brief though it was, 'twas an honor to meet you. Well, I'm obviously going to end up helping her. There's no real reason not to. I guess we're going to go talk to Momozigo really quick and see what's going on there. So this is turning out just the way I thought it would. We're going to end up having to essentially track down Musosai's older pupil, and there's going to be some crazy battle royale with us and a bunch of other samurai as they look to try and tear down the government of Kugane and install some new order, whatever we think that might be. Whereas we're going to try to go ahead and preserve the status quo, being the quote-unquote honorable samurai we are. I mean, we're the warrior of light. We're supposed to be the hero. I'd be surprised if there was any indication that we would end up joining that guy's side. So go ahead and hit up Momozigo. You took her to see Musosai? Doubtless he was happy to have a visitor, and one from his homeland besides. So the wayward pupil is up to no good again. It's certainly worrying, but there isn't much outsiders like us can do. We can only hope that Makoto and her comrades will triumph over this Ugetsu. I'll let you return to your business. Pay me a visit from time to time, you hear? It's lonely without the old man around. Next samurai quest will be available from Momozigo. Upon reaching level 63, the requirements for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. Trials of the Sekisagumi. Momozigo has a letter addressed to you in his care, and there she is again. Okay, this is a lot different than the previous expansion packs. Normally we had a new class quest once every other level, and that was to give us time to learn the class, come to grips with our new abilities, and get stronger. But it seems like in Stormblood they wanted to give us more class quests and break up that story. So it looks like once I reach level 63, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the next part of the samurai story. This one unfortunately seemed a little uneventful, and I mean, I apologize for that. There wasn't much else we could do without, you know, knowing what was coming beforehand. We did get a look at a new character. So Makoto looks like she's going to be really interesting, and we're probably going to learn more about her, learn more about the Sekisagumi, and end up seeing just what's going on with Musosai's other pupil. So I hope you'll join us in the future for that. Maybe we'll end up getting a better fight in the next stage that's more than us just taking down two wolves, and maybe we'll be able to go ahead and see just how expansive the samurai's abilities come in that time. I believe we learn another ability at 63. No, we do not. So we're just going to be going ahead with what we got, and we're not going to get a new ability until 64. So, I hope you'll join us next time for our look at the level 63 quests of the Samurai. Again, this is Justin from the Den of Nerds. If you liked this video, go ahead and like it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go take a look at our other Final Fantasy XIV videos. We've also got some comics videos. We've got some Star Wars videos. We've got a lot of stuff going on the Den of Nerds, and I hope you'll come back and see us again and check us out. As always, I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll catch you later.